reason you're trying to kill me?
I talked to Todd about the painting.
Yeah?
Yes. And he didn't know anything about it, so I thought maybe you should look at it again.
I don't know what else I can tell you.
Well, maybe something will jump out at you. You know, like you found the 2003 the last time.
It's a nice painting. Good use of light. There's nothing that... Well...
What is it?
Let's see if Auntie Aubrey can tell which one of our new nephews is which.
Well, I guess that shouldn't be too hard. There's a baby boy McBain and baby boy Lovett. God, they are gorgeous, aren't they?
Bobs?
What?
What's up? You all right?
Yeah.
Well, you're not still thinking about what happened between you and Kelly at the gym.
How do you know who I am?
Well, Cal, Aubrey told me all about you. She said there's this little firecracker who is hotter than any of these steam rooms and hell-bent on getting in between her and Joey. So I knew it was you when you first said my name. I mean, you did put air quotes around Wentworth.
That's because I don't believe you're Aubrey's brother. I think you're her lover.
Thanks for settling, Cobalt.
Paul, I'm taking care of everything.
Hey, cowboy.
What do you want?
Believe it or not, I'm here to warn you.
About what?
Trouble. With a capital T, and that rhymes with D, and that stands for Dorian.
Echo di Savoy. I'm going to get the truth out of you yet. Clint is Rex's father. Not Charlie Banks. But how do I prove it?
Hey, any news about Nate's hearing today? Was he sentenced?
No. Nate recanted his confession.
What?
I don't know all the details yet, but that's what I heard.
Oh, that's great.
Well, it's not over yet. It's all still up in the air.
But they have to let him go, right? I mean, all you have to do is take one look at Nate to know that he could never kill anybody. Did he say why he lied in the first place?
Yeah. He was covering for our mother.
Wait. What do you mean nothing happened? You mean you didn't kill Eddie Ford?
I'm trying to tell you that I didn't sleep with your husband. We never had sex.
You lied about that night? Made me believe that we had sex and we didn't?
Yes.
Nate was covering for your mom?
I guess he thinks she did it.
Do you?
I don't know what to think. I mean, I don't really know her that well. She took off when I was just a kid. But we're talking about a woman who left two little boys to fend for themselves against an abusive father, so who knows what else she's capable of.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't say anything because I assumed that Nate was guilty of killing Eddie. But now that he's recanted on his confession and I know that he's innocent, now I just tell you the truth. Bo, you were right. I did drug you. I ground up a pill and I put it in your beer.
Wait. Somebody tell me what the hell's going on here, okay? You said something about a prescription?
I told Balsam what happened that night with Inez. And he got me thinking that maybe she slipped me something. So he did some checking on his own. And he found out that Marty Saybrook wrote Inez a prescription for a tranquilizer.
bunked my husband and then made him believe that he slept with you?
Yes. He was with me that night. He was upset about the texts he thought you were sending.
That Eddie, your ex-husband, was sending to him on my phone while he kidnapped me.
And after the drug hit Bo, we kissed. But it wasn't me he was seeing you. He was talking to you. He was apologizing to you about throwing Sam Rappaport in your face. He told you he loved you. And when he noticed it was not you, he pushed me away. Bo didn't cheat on you. He could never do that. We never slept together. Bo loves you too much for that.
Oh, Dorian, I didn't realize you were in here.
Something wrong?
So that's where I know this girl from.
What girl?
Aubrey? Aubrey, what's her name?
What happened is that Kelly was being vicious, going on and on about how I'm no good for you.
I'm sorry about that, all right? I know it got you, but just try and let it go. You know how I feel about you.
Care to remind me?
I wish. Okay, but I cannot endanger these impressionable young minds.
Oh, yeah, I know. Just seemed like the perfect way to make me forget about your ex.
Well, your brother did have a lot to say about her.
Cutter talk to you about Kelly?
He called Kelly my crazy, jealous, jilted ex.
I'm sorry. I know that Kelly means the world to you. I was just venting. Cutter should not have said something.
No, it's okay. No, your brother was just looking out for you.
He gets a little, overprotective sometimes.
Aubrey, what's really going on between you and Cutter?
Well, before you go around making crazy accusations, I think to save you some embarrassment, you need to know the facts.
Which are what?
Aubrey and I are brother and sister. Exactly. You don't believe me, you can look it up.
Oh, I already did.
And?
Your story checks out.
But you still think that we're lovers?
Well, I don't know what you're up to, but you're gonna have to watch your step. Because I'm gonna catch you in a lie one of these days.
Please. You're the fantasist.
Excuse me?
You're the liar.
Aubrey, who?
Joe's fiancée.
Oh, what about her?
There's a picture of her here in this magazine. I thought she looked familiar. Honey, you're not going to want to hear this, but I saw this girl last month at the Palace, and she and Ford were all over each other.
So the next thing I know, there's Dorian sitting in the back of my AA meeting, dressed in this ridiculous disguise, hoping that she's going to hear me confess that Charlie's not Rex's father, but you are.
But you kept your mouth shut, because I could send your son to prison if you talk.
He's your son too, Clint, and he's a good man.
He's a swindler. He's a gold digger like his mother. He's gonna try and bring this family down.
No, you're wrong.
About you or Rex?
Rex and your grandson are wonderful people. But you know what? Your loss is Charlie's gain. Because Charlie adores Rex and Shane, and they think the world of him, too.
Well, good. Charlie needed a son. I gave him one.
And once Dorian finds out that you somehow managed to fake that DNA test, and when Charlie finds out that I've been lying to him about Rex, it's gonna kill him. Rex can survive the truth, but Charlie can't.
Well, then you better make sure that Dorian never finds out.
Well, you know what? Dorian's not the problem, Clint. I am.
Why?
Because I can't look Charlie in the eye anymore and not feel guilty about lying to him.
Oh, God, you'll get over it.
Clint, don't you ever feel guilty about anything that you're doing?
Well, I believe her. I think she's telling the truth.
I do too.
This just might not be it.
What is it?
watching this right here.
What's a stamp?
It's a watermark. I mean, this isn't your run-of-the-mill, mass-produced canvas.
Well, how did that guy get it?
The only way he can get it, by the artisan who made it.
Okay, well, there's a lead, so now all we have to do is...
Find him.
You really believe I didn't sleep with her?
I really do. Arrest her, Bo.
Guilt is just a waste of time. It's for people who want to wallow in the past.
Really? I thought guilt was about having a conscience.
Well, if feeling guilty could stop people from doing the wrong thing, we'd all be better off. But people do what they want to do, and then they say they feel bad about it, and then they moan and they groan and they cry about it. But what good does all of that do?
So are you saying you do feel guilty?
You told me about Dorian, so you're finished here. You can go now.
I can't, Clint. Not until I find out what the hell happened to that Clint Buchanan I knew all those years ago. He was a tough man, but he knew right from wrong. And he was loyal. Loyal to his family, to his kids, to Vicky. I had to pull out every trick in the book to get you to sleep with me.
She got Eddie to kidnap me, and then she shot him to shut him up.
No, I did not kill Eddie. I had nothing to do with your kidnapping.
Oh, you expect me to believe that?
Inez, why did you drug me? Was it really just to get me into bed?
She needed an alibi for Eddie's murder.
No. You have to believe me. Nora, you were right. I was attracted to Bo, but that is not the reason I tried to get you to sleep with me.
Well, then why'd you do it?
I had to.
You had to?
I had no choice.
Oh, someone was forcing you?
Yes.
Really? Who, Eddie?
No, not Eddie.
Then who? Who would want to do that?
Back then, you vowed never to be like your father. Well, look at you now.
I've grown since then. People don't stay the same decade after decade. Today, I know more about how the world really works. And now that I know that, I no longer consider it an insult to be like Asa. Far from it.
You have another side, Clint. A better one. Like Bo. Where did that go?
Who are you to talk? You lured me away from Vicky. You framed me for murder. You abandoned your son, my son. Who knows, if I had been able to raise him, things might be a little different right now. But no, you left him at the hospital. So who the hell are you to judge me?
Dorian did see me with Aubrey, but we definitely weren't all over each other. That's crazy. She was waiting for Joe. She told me how happy she was, and I told her all about you, Langston.
And how do you know each other?
It's some history. You really don't need to hear about this right now.
Maybe she doesn't. I do.
What's going on between Cutter and me? He's just, he's my brother.
No, I know. So that he said he was the black sheep of the family. And when I told him that my uncle's police commissioner, he got a little nervous.
Making up stories about you and Joey's brother or me and my sister, it's not gonna make Joey come back to you. If he really wanted to be with you, he'd be with you. You can't accept that, and you know what? That makes you pathetic.
Cutter's harmless. I mean, he screws up sometimes, but that's normal, I guess. It's just that in my family, they treated you like the plague if you spilled milk or broke a dish. So my parents pretty much kept Cutter and me apart. They didn't want him to infect me, so I got sent off to school in Paris, and he went to Switzerland. I mean, I don't even really know him well at all anymore.
I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
You know, having your brother show up and basically not even knowing that he exists, I mean, made me realize something.
What?
That I still don't really know that much about you.